Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about how to access Google extensions and some of my favorite Google extensions to add as a teacher, as a learner, and as someone who just really loves the internet. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go into Google, you're going to sign in like you always do. Up here, there is another little Rubik's Cube that says apps. You're going to click on that, go right to the web store. There's other ways of accessing it. Let me just get to the web store. And when you go up here, when you open up your Chrome browser, you can hit Chrome, you can hit Preferences, and this, and over here, Extensions. This shows you all of the extensions that you have open. So we're in the web store. You can obviously Google it as well. Today we're going to look at just extensions. Now the cool thing about this is like downloading any app on your phone, like an app store if you have an iPhone, I guess the Android store if you have an Android phone. I don't know. I'm Apple all the way. But it's just like searching for Candy Crush or Words with Friends or whatever the new crazy app is for the week. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to the web store, obviously, and it's pretty much like searching anything. It's even when you're online shopping, they have different sections. It's recently updated, editor's picks, but you can go through and it can be personal, it can be professional. They have a toolkit, and this is all for using Chrome. They have capture your screen for doing things exactly like we're doing. Stuff for social media, personalizing your Chrome, controlling your tabs, art, anything you can think of. They have game playing, change the way you work, stay up to date, life hacker, blogger's toolkit. There's tons of things that you can search for. Sometimes I just like to browse around and see what they have in the featured and see if there's anything fun, more for my own personal use. But you can select things that work with Google Drive, runs offline, by Google, free, whatever the case may be, available for Android. That never gets clicked for me, but that is beside the point. You do want to look at ratings. However, I am wary of clicking on the 5-star because sometimes you can find an extension that has a 5-star rating, but has only been rated by 4 people. So I'm glad those 4 people really liked it, but I'd rather look for something that has more people rating it and getting a 4-star or a 3-star. So this is how you can add. Let's just, let's look up something super easy. Amazon. They have a Amazon extension that you can do. I already have it downloaded. Amazon Assistant for Chrome. And what this is more for personal, but I quote unquote use it for work when I'm on Amazon. Let's say I go to my Amazon, correct? And I look for expo markers. I see this. That looks good. I can click Amazon Assistant. I can add it to my list. Add to my list. The cool thing about it is it's not just for Amazon. Let's say I'm at Target. Sometimes my local Target will have, if you spend money from this time to this time, 10% will go to the school either I work in or a school that my stepson goes to, or whoever the case may be. And sometimes, I just want to give back. So let's say I'm looking for expo markers. On here, I see this one. You know what? I don't mind that. I can add it to my Amazon list. Now, it's not an Amazon product, but I can still add it to my Amazon list. So when people want to go birthday or Christmas shopping, they can just go right to my wish list and see that it's on there. This is also, you can use this when you are buying school supplies, but it's also just a really fun thing to have on there to keep track of what you want. Another fun shopping extension that I can use that we can say is for school shopping, because let's face it, whether you're a high school teacher, middle school teacher, elementary, college, you can never have enough notebooks, pencils, pens, highlighters, expo markers. I'm obsessed with Papermate pens and I can't stop buying them. So let's say I'm going to look for some. Let's look for paper mate flare pens. I search for them a lot because they're kind of my favorite. So there's this other extension that I really like, and it's called Honey. Let's look it up in the Chrome store. Right here, I already have it. It's already in my extension. So what Honey does is it's kind of like when people who are crazy coupon clippers and they have it in a binder or they have it in a box, or you clip them and you put it in a plastic bag. This is all your coupons clipped in one. So I'm going to add it to the cart. I'm going to view cart and check out. Honey, oh, and Honey pops up. And look, they found 10 coupon codes. And what they'll do is you hit apply coupons, they automatically try to find them for you. Remember, whatever was in there was 4210. I have no idea what was in there other than the paper mate, but it was 4210. See if it brought it down. I already have the best price. I know because I am at Target and I'm okay with that. And sometimes you can find Sometimes it'll find coupons for you and bring the price down. And sometimes it tells you, listen, this is the best price you're getting. And it also searches the entire internet. So it can help a teacher be a little frugal when shopping for school supplies. Another extension that I really like to use that's more geared towards enhancing what I do in the classroom and extensions that I would share with students are a couple of the next ones that I'm going to talk about. One of the ones that I really, really love, and I don't share with my students, but it definitely enhances what I do in the classroom, is, excuse me, add to Google Classroom. You go to the Chrome Web Store, you can just search add to Google Classroom. I already have it, that's why it's green. Rate it, I added it, it's in my extensions right here. This is great because no matter what I'm doing, if I'm reading an article, if I see a graph, if I see some sort of image or anything that I want to use or graphic, even like a GIF or a GIF or however you call it that I want to use, I can just add it right to the classroom. So let's say that I'm Googling, penguins because they are my favorite. And not the Pittsburgh Penguins. This cool, 10 most funny penguin videos ever. I like funny penguins. There's that. I can just hit this button, add to Google Classroom, pops right up. It should. Now it's not going to work. Sorry about that. My YouTube was not exactly working. So let's say I want to add this article that I found, just a random penguin article. I can click the Add to Google Classroom button right here. It comes up. I can choose a class. Let's say I want to do pull-out support 6th period. And it can even tell me what kind of action I want. Is it an assignment? Is it a question? Is it an announcement? I can do it all right from this great app. This really can save a lot of time as to opening another tab, going to a classroom, toggling through. You can just click it, add it, bing, bam, boom. Another one that I like to use is this one. It is called Quick Docs, Google Docs Quick Create. I can click it, and without opening another Google tag and going, usually when you want to open up a Google Doc or a Google Slide, you have to go to the Google page, you have to click on the Rubik's Cube, you go to Doc, you go to Sheets, whatever. But if I'm writing something about this amazing article about their diet and I'm doing some research, bing, I can click right here, create a new document, it opens right up. I don't have to open another screen or anything. It does everything for me. This is one that I usually have the students download because there are times that we're doing research or we're doing something and they need to open a Google Doc, and then that's when their attention can be just, boom, they can go to open another Google Doc and then 14 other things happen. So this is one that I usually ask students to download. It's called Google Docs Quick Create, and it is allowed by my school to have, and I have them always keep it up here. So when I say, all right, open up a Google Doc, we're going to put our name on it, share it with me, it's right there. Another one that I want to talk about is the one that I'm using right now to record this video, called Screencastify. When I go to my Chrome store, look up Screencastify. I have it. It's great. I find myself using it more and more for the classroom, but not specifically for the whole classroom. My job is very unique because I am an in-class support teacher. I'm the second teacher, but it's not just one classroom I'm in. I have a caseload of 10 students, and they follow my schedule. I have science first period, geography second period. So if they're in these on-level classes, they follow my schedule, and I'm with them. If they're in remedial math or remedial LA, they're not with me because I'm on level. And there are many times that I have students who say, I don't understand how da 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 da, and where do I get the answer to this one, and da 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 da. And sometimes I'll just send them a video that I made on Screencastify where I just am showing them on the screen, but I'm also talking through the directions with them. You know, I told you to go to Google Classroom, open it up. Open up this document. On this page, you're going to answer the questions on this page as a reminder as to how to do this. Or when we are writing conclusions for labs and things like that, I will be talking them through. So it's something that they can hear when they're at home trying to do it again. A lot of what I say in my resource room, I will say again in a video if needed on Screencastify, showing them how to do things, and I post it, and that way they have a visual and auditory way of finding the answer, finding how to complete the project, or whatever the case may be. But Screencastify is a great one. Another one that I really think is really super cool is this one. It is called Extensity. If I just look for Extensity, I think I'm saying it right, Extensity. Right here, I already have it. Extensity shows all of the extensions that I have, which ones are on, which ones are running, which ones are not. And, you know, if I just want to work in one, and sometimes these extensions can drain your battery, slow you down, you know, create a little bit of a traffic jam when you have too many things open up, you can just kind of say, you know what, I'm going to turn off Easy Bib, I'm going to turn off Honey right now, I'm going to turn off all these other things, and just have what I want open. It also is a good way to keep everything organized. If I forget where something is, I can just click on that. The last one I want to talk about is Cami. I'm going to sign in with Google. I'm going to go over here, show you how to search for it. Cami. It is a extension that can help you mark up, highlight, you know, move things around, write on PDF documents. It also makes things a little bit easier sometimes when we upload PDF documents that it's very constricting for students to look at, and this kind of puts it into a little user-friendly version of it so they can look through things. And say I want to open up something from Google Classroom. Let's look at one of the PDFs that I have. There's probably a lot in geography. Let's go to Asia. I know there's a ton in Asia. In class notes. Here's a PDF on Aung San Suu Kyi. So this normally would come up in a PDF, and it's, you know, you can't really do much with it. You can zoom in, you can zoom out, or you can go up and down. But this, you can highlight, you can change the text, you can draw on it. You can say, like, you know, this is really, really important, guys. This is really important. Or you can say that, you know, future husband, I'm going to draw a heart. I can save it like this. Whoops. I can save it like this and have my students look at it. I can create a text box like here. What do you think of this and add a text box. I can change the text in the text box. I can make it 46. I can, change the color from the highlighting. I can move the text box around. Grammarly, which is another extension, for some reason it's not working on my docs, but I download that. It basically makes sure that you're using proper grammar. It's great because it pops up on my email. So when I'm emailing colleagues, parents, administration, students, anything else, Grammarly comes up, make sure I'm using everything correctly. Same thing for on here. But we have some higher level text in some of my classes for geography and science specifically, and the students that I have that are in a lower level reading class get the same um, reading materials as everybody else in science and geography, and it can be very challenging for them because they're reading a couple levels below grade level. So when we have specific questions that we're doing or specific things that I want them to pull from, so basically the broad idea from a PDF, I will use Cami to mark it up and have them kind of divert their attention to where I want them to be paying attention to, or the big picture topic, the big picture question. If we are answering question, if there's a comprehension question assignment that they have to do while reading this, I will highlight, or I will kind of make a little comment on, use one of these text boxes over here and say, answer number 2 is in this paragraph, and they know to kind of look there to kind of help them along with this. So hopefully I've been able to show you a good amount of extensions that you can use that just makes life just a little bit that much easier. In your classroom, in your day-to-day life, and then the honey in the Amazon just for funsies. Thanks for listening.